How is it going, my friends? We are here for the WWE Elimination Chamber 2014 review. And hey, I'm not going to try to act like it was the most difficult thing to do, but predicting a perfect card is still predicting a perfect card, and that's two in a row. So y'all need to start watching my previews, and you guys can be informed. I'm just saying. So anyway, I could be different than a lot of people, but I really liked this show. So let's get into this. We got Big E versus Jack Swagger for the IC title in the opener, which I was glad. I was like, okay, hopefully they don't send out the the 6-man tag early, and even the opener. But this match, this was much better than I thought when I first saw it. I'm like, yeah, I mean, whatever. There was some good stuff going outside the ring, some wicked clotheslines. Big E with the spear that went through the ropes and went outside of the ring. That was sick. It looked like Swagger was going to make him tap for a while with the ankle lock, or Patriot lock, whatever. But Big E ends up countering, hits the big ending, so Big E retains the IC title, which is good. I'm still aiming towards hopefully a Big E versus like Mark Henry title unification match at WrestleMania, something along those lines. That'd be cool. So I was all aboard. Big E winning here. So yeah, like I said, it was not the craziest thing I've ever seen, but there was a lot of cool stuff in here, and much better than I anticipated, anyways. And then we got the New Age Outlaws versus the Usos for the tag titles. Pretty much went how I thought it was, except for I guess technically the cameraman just did a bad job. We'll get there, but like I said, obviously the Usos are my boys, Jimmy Uso for life. But of course I want them to win, but it went how I thought. They got the loss here, and I think they'll find a way to get up and feud for WrestleMania. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being some sort of triple threat. I don't know if it would be TLC or anything by any means, but just some sort of. I think it'll end up being. This is bold prediction here. It's not that bold, but I'm predicting that at WrestleMania it won't just be one-on-one. It'll be the Brotherhood, the Usos, and the New Age Outlaws all in a match for the titles. But yeah, the New Age Outlaws won. Billy Gunn grabbed the tights on the roll-up. Cameraman did an awful job of doing so. Like, really the only way you knew he grabbed the tights is the Usos were like grabbing their shorts, like, man, you grabbed my tights. He was telling the other guy, so you grabbed my tights, man. And they're just like, hey, this close, we'll get you again. So it happened pretty much like I said it would. Some dirty finish where, whether by distraction or something like this, where they use the tights on the roll-up. It was an okay match. The Usos, they do some cool stuff, man. They're coming up, and it'll be sweet when they win the titles. New Age Outlaws, they're still doing what they need to do. They're doing just enough in the ring, and they're doing enough to get the crowd involved. The crowd's still into it, and that's all you really need. The third match was Darren Young versus Titus O'Neil. This, along with Big E, Jack Swagger, which ended up, like I said, being much better than I thought it would be, were the only matches I was really like, not really the biggest. Didn't really care, but it was all right. Titus O'Neil has got a Hood theme song, and I am down with his theme song. I was like, hey, okay. So yeah, I mean, you knew Titus O'Neil was gonna win. I guess so. Technically, I didn't go perfect because I thought Brock Lesnar was coming out here and gonna just wreak havoc on both these dudes because the match just seemed a little too random to me. But didn't happen. Even the crowd was chanting, "We want Lesnar." So we were all together in hopefulness. But Titus O'Neil ends up getting the win. Not a big surprise. You're gonna turn him heel. No offense to Darren Young. I like Darren Young. I really do. But Titus O'Neil is the guy with more to build upon. So, and especially you're gonna turn him heel, do all that thing, and have him lose. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. So that was. Like I said, it wasn't a bad match. It was just sort of like, I don't know. It was just sort of like, you're like, is this really pay-per-view worthy? But at the same time, you can't really say that because it's one of the only things that had a legit reason for having a match. Like, it's been a long time since there's been a regular mid-card, no titles, just, hey, we have a feud going on. So it is what it is. And Bad News Barrett kept popping up after every match for the first little bit. He would give bad news about how, he's better than Hulk Hogan. Brother, tomorrow, you get ready. And then, he talked about how the WWE Network is going to ruin our lives and we're going to lose our houses because we're going to watch it so much. I'm like, all right. Stuff like that. And he just kept popping up and saying random stuff. How Biggie being, or no, that was Zeb that was saying that. I don't know. He was just saying random stuff. I don't know. Match after that was I think it was Shield Wyatt after that. Yeah, I think it was the Shield Wyatt family. This was the match I was by far most excited for, and clearly after hearing the reaction of the crowd, they were agreeing with me. The entrances happened. They showed the recap of the feud, which has been awesome, of the build up. They get out there. They're both just standing there looking at each other. Already, this is awesome chance. Before anything has happened, they're just standing there. This is awesome chance. And I'm like, you are absolutely right, Minneapolis. Pat yourselves on the back. So the match got started. Seth Rollins comes in. He's doing flip. He just kept rolling out. He's my homies. He's rolling everywhere. I'm like, God damn. He's out shit. He's young Sonic the Hedgehog. And he's just out here and rolling. And then at one point it got to the part where it was, not for a long time, but it was Bray and Roman Reigns for a minute at the midway. Well, I guess it was pretty early actually in the match. They're doing the thing. Dean Ambrose didn't get tagged in for a while, so I'm almost like, oh crap, are they going to do the thing where Dean doesn't get tagged in and then he gets mad? But they didn't do it. There was no breakup of the Shield. Like, I thought that's, the Wyatts are going to win. I mean, the Wyatts end up winning, but they just straight won. They whooped some ass, which was, cool to see. But when well, we found out why later. But, yeah, so there was a spot where Seth Rollins, they're up on the top rope, flicks Seth Rollins, lands on his feet, knocks him out, does a suicide dive through, or does like a full front flip through the thing, does a suicide dive. Seth Rollins was killing it in this match. Seth Rollins was doing some crazy, crazy stuff. The match ended up breaking down. Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt ended up starting brawling into the crowd, and they were gone for a good 4 to 5 minutes or so. And then Bray came back. The two dudes, I think it was Harper and Bray Wyatt end up just sending, or not, I don't know. No, it was the two, it was not Bray Wyatt. They send Seth Rollins straight through the Spanish announce table. Rest in peace, Spanish announce table, trending on Twitter. So then it was down to the three of them and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns gets set up for Sister Abigail, breaks out of it, but then the numbers game caught up to him, ends up hitting Sister Abigail on Roman Reigns for the win. The Wyatts win, looks super strong. I think this was honestly the perfect booking to this match because the Wyatt family needs to win because, look what happened in the Chamber match. Bray Wyatt's going up against a certain somebody. Come on. Trumpet whistle. Come on. Hashtag trumpet whistle right in the comments. So they had to win. They could have went the easy way out that I myself and most people predicted, where it's like Dean Ambrose gets fed up and leaves, and which he ended up not being there for the finish, but not by choice. And you could have pinned Seth Rollins, you could have pinned Dean Ambrose. Well, let's be honest, Roman Reigns is the man of the Shield now. Whether you agree with it or not, he is. So for the fact that they do it to where, but he doesn't look weak, right? It didn't like, oh, you hurt Roman Reigns. He was against 3 dudes and he battled out and almost came all the way back and still did it. But you have Bray Wyatt pin Roman Reigns, the de facto leader of the Shield, the biggest guy in the Shield, and that made it feel like, okay, these guys are for real. It's not like Roman Reigns was out doing something and they caught, no offense to Seth Rollins, caught Seth Rollins, hit him and won. This is Roman Reigns, dude that shattered everything at the Survivor Series, shattered the Royal, well not shattered, but he broke the Royal Rumble record. This dude is the hottest thing going right now, basically, in the Shield, and you pin him. So I thought that was perfect booking. Great match. Loved it. Crowd loved it. That was probably my favorite match that's happened so far this year because I think it was better than Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt. So I would have to put it as my favorite match of the year so far, even though it's only February 23rd. Yeah. So take that for what it is. But it was a really good match. Lives up to my expectations, which is hard to do nowadays because I was super pumped for this match. And then we got a random Divas match. We got AJ Lee versus Cameron because Naomi's hurt. Some crap happened with AJ and Tamina. Then Tamina ended up. It was looking like Cameron was going to win. Tamina had to break it up, so Cameron won by DQ, but AJ keeps the belt. obviously. Um, nothing too crazy. Nothing, it is what it is. Killed time. Then we got Batista versus Del Rio. So Batista makes his entrance. He comes out. Del Rio's music hits. He comes out and he's not even wearing wrestling. He's just limping. He has a cane. He's or a crutch. He's like, oh my god. He gets in the ring. He's like, because of your attack on Monday, I can't perform tonight. I can't perform tonight. And Batista's like, that's bullshit, man. That's stupid. And then all of a sudden, Del Rio out of nowhere says, Arriba, boom, starts whacking him with the crutch, and he beats him down for a while. Match finally gets going. This match went a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to be ding, 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 come here. You're out. Went a lot longer than I thought it did. You still never had the thought that Del Rio was going to win, but I don't even, I didn't, it's one of those things where, you have to, prepare yourself. You knew what this match was going to be, so you can't really complain about it. The only way you can complain about this is if you thought this was about to be, a 4.5 star, just classic, but it's that's what I don't get. Everybody in every prediction I saw says, Batista's obviously going to win. It's not going to be much of a match. You have to make Batista look strong. So just realize you're going to sound like an idiot if you come here, this match sucked, it was so dumb. Yeah, but you said it was going to be. So I understand if you're bitching, if the Shield and the Wyatt family was bad, you'd be pissed. But everyone knew what this match was for and what it was going to do. So if you come on here, and no one's done it, but I'm just saying, if people do, just think about it for a second and say, yeah, but you knew it was going to, anyways. But it did what it was supposed to do, except for the fact that, I guess Batista overcame the attack with the crutch, but it's dude, this guy is going on to wrestle. He's the guy now at WrestleMania main event, and he was having some struggle with Del Rio. I don't care if he hit him with a truck, he still should have beat his ass quicker. So that was my only really thing. It's I thought it was going to be shorter, so I guess you can say it. But again, there was never a point where it was get it. So I was just all right, well, I guess Del Rio's made to look like he has a chance, so that's all right. But Batista wins, obviously. You all know, even if you didn't watch, you know in your heart. Main event time. I was just waiting for Christian's music, and then for him to not come out. And then everyone's like, you just see him laid out backstage, and then all of a sudden the rumors would start, but it didn't happen. So let's just cut the crap. Elimination Chamber main event for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. You got, who were the two that started? I believe it was Cesaro and Sheamus were the two that started. So Christian, Bryan, Orton, Cena were all in the pods. Cesaro and Sheamus went at it for a while. I honestly don't remember who came in third. I was just happy it wasn't Orton, because I just wanted Orton to come out last, and he did, because he was in the ideal pod. If we've learned anything from WWE video games, you knew Orton was in pod 6. Or pod 4, I guess, the last one to come out. You play the video game, you know stuff like this. You knew Orton was coming out last, so shout out to them for paying homage to the game. The game? So yeah. Cena and Orton Cena came out second to last, Orton came out last. I don't remember Bryan, Cesaro. I honestly don't remember who came in first. Bryan and Christian. I don't really care. But in the literally shocker of the night to me, not only did Christian not get eliminated first, he eliminated the guy first. Christian, I may not like you, but mad respect and shout out for the splash off the pod. That was sick. Christian, by far the favorite to get eliminated first, eliminates Sheamus himself first. So I'm like, hey, what are we doing here? So good for Christian, you know what I mean? Christian lasted a little while longer than he was the second guy eliminated. And then it was down to pretty much the full. Well, I guess you could swap out Sheamus and Cesaro, but Cesaro's been a lot hotter lately, so it came down to the 4 that you figured it would: Orton, Cena, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, and god damn it, they just had to do it. And this whole match, this is gonna piss a lot of you guys off, but I'm not gonna sit here and beat around the bush. I was sitting there cheering for goddamn everybody, just trying to get Daniel Bryan out of the match. I didn't care who won this match. Obviously I picked Randy Orton. I wanted him to win. I would have been okay with Cesaro. By God, I was cheering for John Cena. Every time Cena and Bryan would lock up, I was like, kick his ass. Daniel Bryan, it has gotten to the point where I can't stand it. I just don't understand. And you guys, most people love him. That's totally cool. That's totally fine. Totally okay. You guys like who you like. I'll like who I like, and everyone else can like who everyone else likes. I had a house full of 5 people cheering against these are kids. There was ranging from ages to like, I don't know, 16 to little, but none of them, all of them were totally against Daniel Bryan. And I'm just like, I ain't mad at this. This is my kind of party. So I was cheering for anybody and everybody. Anybody. But the thing that pissed me off, Cesaro, why? John Cena got him in the STF. Not only did he tap out, it was like instant tap out. Cesaro, I ain't messing with this shit. I just wanted Cesaro to do. Oh, Cesaro did get a sick uppercut up on Cena to throw up. Oh man, sky uppercut by Cesaro. Shout out Blaziken. Like this video for that. But yeah, so Cesaro gets eliminated by Cena super fast. I was like, damn it, man, that sucked. But then it got down to, like I said, the 3 that you figured it was going to be down to: Orton, Cena, Bryan. And they go at it for a while, and then all of a sudden, if you didn't like it already for the Pokemon reference, like it for the imitation of the Wyatt family entrance. That was god awful. Their music hits, lights come on, all of a sudden I guess their music, it just did the thing. Boom, lights turn on, they're in the ring, they beat down John Cena, Daniel Bryan, and then leave. Kane comes out and discipline them, doing all this sort of stuff. Orton slithers, I hear voices. He pins John Cena, and I'm like, go pin Daniel Bryan. What are you doing? Go pin Daniel Bryan. 1, 2, 3. It's down to Orton, Daniel Bryan, and I'm cheering, and I'm jumping up and down. And then I said, oh, God, there's a 50% chance that Daniel Bryan could win this. This is not good for my psyche. But I still had in the back of my mind, but then what if he wins? They send out Brock. That didn't happen. So then it's down to Orton and Bryan. Like I said, they go at it for just a little bit. Bryan actually hits the running knee, and for once, the cameraman did a good job. Like normally, you can see out of the corner eye something's about to happen. I thought this shit was a wrap. Hits him, pins him. The cameraman did a great job. You couldn't see what was going on over here. 1, 2, pulls him out, and I'm like, by God, Kane, I love you. And he pulls off Daniel Bryan and starts beating him up for a minute. Or it's an RKO. We're home free, baby. 1, we're going to WrestleMania 30. 2, Batista, we got to whoop that ass too. He kicked out, and I said, you got to be kidding me. This is not happening right now. So Orton just like got the face like, what the hell? Oh, and I'm just like, God damn it, it's going to happen. Knees to faces, man, it's going to happen. Pops up, but Kane interrupts him again, distracts, turns around. Ain't nobody kicking out of a second RKO. 1, 2, 3. Ba, 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 ba. He gets that John Cena music because it's that triumphant. He trumpets bitches. Randy Orton wins. He's going to WrestleMania to face Batista. And people are probably pissed. That's okay. You know, I'm a Batista guy, but I haven't been a fan of what Batista's done since he got back. He looks ridiculously dumb in the ring. Nothing he's done on the mic has made me excited. So, hey, the only difference from me and you is I broke it down. The only difference is you guys wanted him to fight Daniel Bryan, and you're going to cheer. This is my dude, Randy Orton. I want Randy Orton to beat anybody. So, for me, I don't care that Batista's in the main event because I want him to get his ass kicked. I want to be cheering against him. Not because I didn't get what I want and Daniel Bryan's not in there, which, oh God, we're going to get to a segment at the end of this video that just warmed my heart. Randy Orton gets the win. He'll go face Batista. You know, not the most blockbuster WrestleMania 30 match, but then again, neither would Batista versus Bryan. So I was excited. I liked it. I was hoping for my Brock Lesnar scenario, but like I said, if you watch my preview, I was logical about this. I said, I'm not going to do what most people do. I'm talking up all this stuff that would be super exciting, but it's unlikely. Therefore, if it doesn't happen, you can't be pissed about it. And I wasn't pissed. I was like, okay, that would have been cool if it happened. It didn't. You can't get mad when you book stuff in your head. It doesn't happen. Like, it was never going to happen. It was never in the cards. Like, you came up with this shit. But Randy Orton will face Batista at WrestleMania. Go Orton, baby. You're going to get your ass kicked, but by God, we can hope. So yeah, that was the end of the show, and we now have something I love about sports, basketball, football, but anything, any sport. When it gets to the end of the game, and you know that your team lost, and the cameraman just has to be a dick and go to all the super sad faces of, the team that just lost. They tried that shit in Game 6 with Heat fans, but no, Ray Allen said, that's bullshit. That's my favorite thing. Not when my team wins. When my team wins, I'm pissed. I turn the channel. I don't need to see fake Heat fans looking pissed off. But by God, today, with Randy Orton, just shows crowd. Sad. 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 I'm like, you guys, you're killing me right now. You can't. Sad. Sad. And I'm just sitting there like, this is the best thing that's ever happened. So, like I said, I really enjoyed this show. Like, I'm not even just BSing. And you guys would like this show if Daniel Bryan would have won too. So just because what you didn't want to happen doesn't mean it's a bad show. Big E versus Jack Swagger, much better than I thought it would be. Outlaws Uso did what it needed to do, set up the feud for more. Made you want to see more. You think the Usos are going to come over? Gary Young, Titus O'Neil was what we thought it was going to be. Shield versus Wyatt was better than we thought it was going to be. Me, anyways. AJ Cameron, whatever. Batista Del Rio was what we thought it was going to be. And the Elimination Chamber match was, pretty good. It wasn't the best by any means, but I was happy. Randy Orton won. There was some good stuff that happened. I'll admit the whole Kane shit was kind of dumb, but I don't care because Daniel Bryan didn't win, and that's all I asked Santa Claus for. So I was okay with it. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought down below of Elimination Chamber. Tell me what you thought of the matches, what's your overall grade, what you thought, I don't know. Like this video, subscribe up above, and we'll see you tomorrow for a Raw that is, if done correctly, this Raw could be one of the better ones. So, looking forward to it, and I'll see you guys then. I'm so sorry about Daniel Bryan, you guys, but you just gotta remember. Dun, dun. Oh, gotta get both hands. Dun, dun. Goodbye.